Invested within very, very quick succession for LG, and I kind of felt like, uh-oh, have they just blown it all too early? I don't know. I felt like they've done all this work to just make sure that it was there and ready to go, and then just as soon as too early. But nonetheless, they find the map win. Here come the maps, friends, because don't forget, it's another series to go. Search and Destroy coming up after this one on Gridlock, and Controlled Gridlock as well. I will say for LG, that is a very, very good showing to start the series off against Midnight. Confident. You know, they didn't really let too many mistakes slip. Yeah. And it took fantastic play out of Midnight to really get those points. So, good news if you're an LG fan. But Midnight, they are far, far from done here in this series.
Well, fantastic news for LG and the fans for those guys. I mean, you've seen the best of Formal, and I think that's the real killer, because Formal, when he's on his best, he's kind of a different beast here. Gridlock, Search and Destroy, though, coming up next. And again, it feels like we've seen a lot of 3-0s in the past couple of series. We saw, obviously, Envy lose 3-0. We saw, was it UIU? I think UIU took out Envy 3-0. Yeah. And we had EG as well coming out with a 3-0 over E6. And Luminosity. You know, are they a team that are just going to bury Midnight?
Well, Midnight had a game 5. I think it was against them early on.
Elevated, I believe.
It was Elevated. It was game 5. In LG, they managed to take down units in 3-1 fashion, but Midnight again. I mean, today it's a sprint. This is not a marathon. This is a sprint through this play-in bracket, and for these teams, it's so crucial to sort of maintain their stamina throughout these matches, because as soon as you get tired, you let that slip, the concentration goes for a second. It's tough enough on the bigger days, the long Fridays, the long Saturdays we usually have at these open events, these majors, but today is very, very different, friends, and that is a one series, one and done for these players. If you make a mistake, if you make one bad call, one bad play, potentially looking at the end of your run into playoffs, like you might not get it.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult, and so much money on the line as well, more money than all these majors. It's kind of crazy to think, you know, one mistake and it's over, you know, and if that's your mistake and you got 4 players sat by you, that's a lot of pressure to kind of handle, and that's why I believe we're seeing the best from the, you know, the experienced players, the likes of Formal. We just cast, obviously, over EG. We saw the likes of JCap, Apathy, these renowned players attach. It's incredible to kind of see, but again, we're seeing stuff from the likes of Brack, you know, someone who's maybe not had this limelight before. So, you know, to and fro, but as we go into map number 2, Search, Destroy, Gridlock is what it's going to be. Luminosity, for me, they looked much better, in my opinion, on the hard point. Seaside, it gives us those comebacks, it gives us those back and two, but the control, the rotations, it just seemed on point for LG.
Yeah, there was no serious signs of weakness from them in any situation, I think. I mean, their breaks were decent. They had to contend with a few moments there. I mean, Royalty, if anyone, was playing very, very well to stop those breaks happening, especially towards that third Fountain Hill. You know, it's tough to break on Seaside regardless, but I genuinely believe that it's solid signs for actually both squads. I just think LG were in the right place at the right time first. Their rotations were way on point. Even when we saw, like, it was the biggest turn we saw from Midnight was when we hit Frosty. He was sitting in top window in top yellow for, like, I want to say 40 seconds of a hard point, like 30 seconds at minimum. And that was the biggest sort of investment they made into the next hard point going forward. Other than that, LG just had them every time. So we'll see if they can't make that change, and we do have to go to that map 4. But Search and Destroy up next. I mean, dude, Midnight are solid at Search. There's nothing wrong with their Search game.
Certainly so, and I mean, touching on one player as well, John, we saw him at 1.24 in 16. Again, that experience showing through for someone like himself. Going into Search and Destroy, though, you know, completely different game mode, different pace, a lot of different strategy that goes into it. This is where I think Midnight can, of course, you know, find themselves a little bit. This is a team based upon a lot of very well-renowned Search and Destroy players. But LG on your screen, Skies, John, Brack, Formal, and Slack. New guys, Brack and Skies, though, for me, have kind of been the shining star, especially in the Pro League. But we're seeing the best of Formal and John already in map number 1 here.
Yeah, Brack, he was on that original Midnight roster that really turned every head when the CWL season of Black Ops 4 began. I mean, one interesting note for me for Luminosity when we go into this search, when you think of the...
I know what you're going to say.
They got smashed by units.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Brack isn't called Richard 6.
Bro, no, I don't care about that. Brack, I don't care. I don't care. All I'm saying is units.
Brack, I don't care about you. That's units, what he's saying. He does not care.
Units gave him the hands in the search at times. You know, I mean, admittedly, we had to do 2 of them, but look, now we're going to search for LG. Something special's got to happen, friends. You've really got to not let that happen. Midnight will take this. Midnight will absolutely slay you out. We've seen how Frosty's a very smart player. Parasite's pretty dependable. You know, these guys are going to do great work against LG in this search.
I think that, yeah, I think this series goes 1-1 if I'm being completely honest.
It's going to be a 1-1 if unless Luminosity have done something in between, you know, in the interim period between the previous series and this one, they have to have changed something. You have to go, look, we got smoked by units. What was it? Was it the flanks? Was it Joe hitting the flank every time? I was like, okay, cool. If you don't have that guy hitting the flank every time on Midnight, are we looking a little safer? Can they divert their attention? There's only so much they can do. Here we go, friends. This is it. Map 2 of playing round 2.
Oh, I love this. Mid-map control, B control, Frosty no control.
Can you imagine the call out Frosty? There are 4 guys in shop!
And the bomb is down. Very, very fast. That is the perfect play from Luminosity in their playbook. And of course, it worked out perfectly for them. Can the 4v5 retake go down? There are 2 players up top. It's going to be Llama and a teammate as well that's going to fall. Zaptius, a player who didn't have the best of hard points. However, it doesn't look like any of them are going to have a great round number 1, as one left is going to be Royalty. Brax found himself a triple, just like he did at the start of the hard point.
Do that. That was absolutely perfect.
It's the Brax smack, the Brack attack. How many can we come up with?
Not enough. The Brack clack.
Brack flak jacket.
Yep. That was honestly
Brack
perfect.
whack.
The Brack whack. I like that.
Brack snack.
Knick knack, patty whack. Get out of the way. Here comes Brack. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stuff. I mean, this is a big deal, friends. This is this first matchup. This first round, sorry, for Luminosity going that way was very, very strong indeed.
And of course, with this obviously being the second round here, Luminosity and Midnight going forward, whoever wins this now will, of course, jump up into that beautiful bracket that will find themselves against Heretics.
Yeah,
Vamos!
This is playoffs time right now. You can bet those teams are waiting in the wings watching. Reciprocity watching this one. Heretics watching this one as well. They will be the first teams up to the chopping block.
Horrible position in there for Luminosity in the middle. It was really unfortunate they got pushed and pinched by both. But Formal and company will find themselves a double to answer back, and suddenly it's a 2v2. It's going to be Brack and Formal. Brack is 4-0. He's got 2 players in front of him. More kills than them combined, but will it matter? As Brack feels like they're going to come back here to the showers, maybe invest themselves into A. Is he right? Is he wrong?
Oh my God, he may have just baited out. The timing is astonishing, but Royalty just a little too quick. Again, the incredible advantage we have being able to see this through Cloudcaster. But just that game sense from Brack, he was like, if they're going to play A, I'm good. If I play this even slower, I might still be able to catch them. Good stuff there, but you love to see it. Midnight, they hold firm. Royalty finds himself the kills, and he doesn't let it go in the 1v1 against Brack.
Yeah, 3 that round, I believe.
I just love how we were like, oh, I was completely convinced Luminosity going to get smoked here. After that first round offense, I'm like, perfect. The most incredible attack on BFC.
It was a great strat, though.
Incredible.
That's strategy at its finest. They, you know, clearly research other teams and to kind of know that Midnight maybe don't push the players through the middle. Now. Yeah, it's like, you ain't coming through the middle.
4 guys watching middle. They're like, oh, they're behind us already.
Yeah, but look at number 5. It's going to be Brack on the flank. He's going to find himself maybe one. Guys found one in Ice Cream as well. Slacked has called back the troops. Lamagod and Zaptius have made it even here, 3 of 3.
Brilliant stuff. Nice adaptation from Midnight, but Luminosity read the play. They showed them the hand, but they took their watch and wallet at the same time with the other. Skies, he got himself down to 4 HP in that gunfight against Parasite. Now Llama's trying to back up. He's the last one left now as John makes it a lot easier. Fancy footwork from Skies, and Slacked picks up the kill. Whew. Mate, Luminosity on offense, yeah.
Spicy.
Gridlock, yeah.
Aggressive. For this, it's almost a race for the kill here as Llama is finally shut down by Slacked. And Midnight here being tested. Oh, this is what I like to see. Hello, Formal. What have you got for us?
Does it like number 7's going to be lined up. Frosty, what's he going to do? He's gone down low. He's gone through mid.
Everyone's in A. Formal's going to see nothing. He's going to change to the Maddox, but Royalty's already taken his teammates down.
Now Formal's got to move that snipe up through the small doors back into A. So his teammates are doing an admirable job of holding the line. Admirable is one way to put it. They're winning the gunfights 3-on-2. Armor's up next. There it is. Brack just finds the knee through the paper walls, and there's the second on a Frosty.
2 easy kills for Brack, I will say. Not one shot back, of course, both having other things to deal with at the time, but Luminosity again look fantastic here on the attack and on the defense. Maybe just as good, but the positioning from Brack for me was just sublime. Finds one there, shoots him through the wall. That's a nice kill onto Frosty, but again, wasn't challenged, and that's due to obviously his teammates putting himself in great positions. And it didn't really matter that they were actually, well, technically, they were 4v5 in those showers. You know, we had Formal still at the back sniping for a large majority. Parasite, step it up.
Yeah, currently sitting at 0-4. Big stuff out of Brack. 6-2 as the Wax Mac is on track. So fast, Frosty finds one quick kill on the skies. John answers back. 4-4. John, keep moving. Wow! He looked his aggressor in the face and he's still alive. What is this movement from John?
John still had his jetpack on, I think. He's playing a different game.
John's still playing.
He bounced around. He had thrusters on or something. 3v2. Somehow, still dancing with the devil.
Oh, wait a minute. Is it going to be a donut for Parasite at the end of this round? Oh, he's in mid-map. It's Brack! Of all the people to meet! Brack!
Brack smack, whack attack. Here we go. 4-1 LG. Making S&D look simple.
Oh boy. Oh, jeez.
I wish I could see John's... He jumped like on the bomb, onto the truck in front, turn around, jumped on the... Like, it's the one thing you don't do when you get his shot in the back is turn around and just jump back. It was like, oh, okay. I'll just quickly stim shot myself and I'll be good to go.
Hey, you don't stim and look at the guy shooting at you. Like, John did. He was like, yeah, top window.
And probably...
And Formal picks up the kill from behind. Like, perfect teamwork, man. I mean... Anyway, so with the 7th kill to Brack, we find the 5th death to Parasite. Round 6 is looking a little stanky. Frosty's trying to change this with the snipe. We've seen him hit big shots before, but now it's Formal downrange. He's going to be the opponent up first. Whether it's a snipe for Formal or not, we'll see. But the offense is going to be just a whiff. Close, but no cigar for Frosty as he attempts the 2nd shot. Backs on up. The bomb's still moving towards A, though.
Double whiff. However, not an easy shot. That one a little easier as Formal slowly glides to the left and he will, of course, find himself dead.
And with that kill, now the aggression in A, the bomb armed.
Bomb goes down, 45 seconds here. Hard retake, of course. Not got the numbers. No specialists, no score streaks. Should be a round to Midnight. Effective trading here should prevail. However, it's where Midnight have to dictate the pace here of the game, and one's going to be under pressure. Oh my goodness, get out of here, Royalty. You've been shot by all 4. Llama does trade things out as John goes down, and now sliding on in. Slack finds one, and suddenly it's a 3v3.
Looking a little dangerous. Parasite gets the first kill. Clean moves from Frosty and a double to Parasite will get him the round. Great work. And off the back of the first blood from Frosty, while the remainder of the troops were lying in wait there at A, that really worked out for Midnight. And I will say, there was a couple of moments there where I doubted what was going down with Parasite. Right place, right time. They managed to stop Royalty from stimming now. If Royalty had managed to get away during that opening kill, that round would have been over even faster.
I agree. And again, Parasite goes from a donut day to the best play. 2-5 now. However, 2 rounds down still. Luminosity. This is a real... This is the kind of penultimate round where you start to think... For Midnight, they win this, they're right back in it. They lose this, and it's almost over.
Yeah. It's
a horrible, horrible round 7 when it's 4-2. Real mental game sometimes.
This is the exact position that LG were in against units. And the writing was already on the wall then. It was like this. I don't know how they can pull this back. Push towards A seems to be the play now for LG. They're committing to it. Royalty, though, lying in wait there, just his belly in the water. And in from behind, he saw something, but they haven't seen Royalty yet. He stands up, he gets involved, and he's still going. He's still good. He finds 2. Royalty is still alive in showers. Parasite gets the kill before Royalty can get the 3rd, and that's brilliant work. Now it's a 2v2. The trades come through.
It was a 2v4, now it's a 1v2. Brack, of all players, is probably the player to do it. He's got Parasite and Llama. I think they were picking up the soap and giving it to him hand by hand there as their showers got a little clustered.
I can't believe he turns around and he's like, yeah, where are they,
hello.
guys? He turns around and there's 2 of them staring at him.
Hi, friends.
Why, hello, Brack.
Or enemies.
Join us. Oh, my God. They gunned him. They gunned him. Royalty, though, an amazing position at light. He was just lying on the other side of that shower basin. He lays prone. He picks up, 1 kill on the quick turn. Formal gets involved. He gets dropped by a teammate. Brilliant to and fro from Midnight there in the showers. And you're right, Phil. That may have been the pivotal round. That may have been the turning point. Have they broken Luminosity's serve yet? It's a tennis one. Round 8. Here we go.
Just going to make a love joke, but I won't do it.
Love.
4-3. We shouldn't call it a donut anymore. Just call it love.
Love. Dus. Here we go. Oh, look at this aggression from LG. They're peeking, they're poking. That's it.
Oh, no tap mask. Hate to see it.
He's got a present for Brack and he just hands it out. Oh, it's a return present! Volley, if you will. Zaptius, you will live to fight another day. Quick rotate now, all the way to the B. Frosty's still there, leading the way. Will anyone walk into those deadly crosshairs of his? It is going to be John as he backs up in his 5-on-3. Hard defense to make, though. But look, number 3 on the other side of the map's about to potentially run into some trouble. Frosty. No snipes just yet.
We've got the players, the numbers here. Oh, slacked.
Oh, he needed that to be decisive. John's there, though. Great reads, though, on the player on ice cream with the collapse now happening. There's the trades, 2v4, 2v4, 1v4. It is down to John. It is done. Dus.
Oh my god, why is the double? And Miles cannot stop making tennis reference.
The finals of Wimbledon were amazing.
Quick forehand, backhand. Right now, we're going to advantage. I can't stop.
You're amazing.
You're a bad influence, Miles.
I know what I am. Here we go,
tied up though.
4-4. Honestly, at this stage in round 9, Luminosity had this in the bag. They had that strong advantage. No streaks at all. Now Llama God sitting at 7-4, fully streaked out.
Advantage, Llama God.
Zaptius has 1 kill.
The streaks can play a huge part as well. Lightning Strike, Hellstorm, you can play around this. Brack, interestingly, we'll just watch that flank like he did last time. It's going to be another quick plant here on B, potentially for Luminosity. Frosty has the sniper, and again, that's not going to be great on the retake. He's had to back off, obviously. But Llama God calls in that lightning. Is it going to connect?
It's forced the move, though, of the members of LG. Now Llama's looking to finish them off. He's tenderized them there with a lightning strike. He's just slipped the net. Absolute Harry Houdini. 2 players up top, though. If they come downstairs, they're in for trouble. But if they go upstairs, they're even more trouble. The lightning strike's done. Black finds 2. Frosty answers back, and it's a 3-on-3. The Hellstorm comes through, and it gets Skies. That's big. Advantage now, definitely Midnight.
Uh-oh. Formal, though, is in a perfect position. The cluster is going to connect. Zaptius down, but not out. He's going to recharge here. Look at Brack. Brack, you sneaky devil. The Brack attack. You little snack. He's got himself an ice cream, a scoop, a dupe, and he's going to find himself down, not out. And a nice clutch here for Formal as the time is of the essence. Lightning invested. Hellstorm invested.
It wasn't enough to whack Brack.
Advantage Luminosity.
Advantage Luminosity. Wow, what is this? Trigger discipline, friends. This is the most perfect example of knowing when to shoot and when to not. Watches the bomb, waits for the player to go for the defuse. As soon as he commits, he gets the kill. The fact that he takes out Llama God is the cherry on top.
I thought he had the third as well, but it didn't matter at all. Brack was going for the plays, and people have kind of talked Brack up a lot in his respawn, but his S&D's been on point as well. Double digit for the man already. Parasite, though, I don't even know how, I'm going to be honest.
When did he get streaks?
The guy was 1-5 a minute ago, but he's got himself a lightning in hell, so will it matter, though? Again, they had this in the previous round, they lost it.
It's the saving grace. He pings the map, gets the intel. There's no one here at B. It's an absolute open street. We're going in. There's nothing that Luminosity can throw at them apart from themselves. And here we go. Lightning Strike's coming through. Parasite's head's very exposed, though. Lightning Strike's through, catching these players on transition. No, it doesn't. Formal backs on out while that volley of fire, the first salvo, comes through. But here comes the reinforcements. Number 4 hitting the wrap. 4-man up front. They're going to muscle their way into this one here in the 10th round. The fight is on. Formal starts it off. Frosty, the very, very quick trade back. The Hellstorm coming through. Is there any cover to be found? Watching the flank, though, is going to be John. He's making his way in. He's going to nick Parasite.
Oh,
no!
Parasite!
Parasite finds only himself while trying to get John. Stacks on the defuse. It's a 2v3.
2v2. Diffuser gone down. 7 seconds. Someone needs to hop it. It's going to be slacked. You've got the AC all looking over you, but he's out of there. Oh my goodness, Lightning Strike. Hellstorm invested this time and they will win the round. Parasite put a Hellstorm right up his own alleyway there.
He was going for John and he ended up getting himself, oh boy, round 11. And honestly, well, Slack went for that defuse. He actually came off the bomb for a moment.
Yeah.
I think if he's, I don't know exactly the story of, right on the story of that one, I'm not sure if truly, if he stuck the bomb. This is it, actually, he goes for the snipe. Slack gets sniped. Oh, Formal provided the most immaculate cover fire to keep 18 and boxes off of him. Not enough. Midnight.
Round 11.
Here we go.
Round 11. Oh my, oh my.
What this would mean for Midnight to take this round. Frosty's committing, he's gambling. The nade's up, the nade's out. It's no good. Mid-map now is just wide open. And LG have done it again. Top shot, they're in. The sail is on. Frosty, he's done. John's downstairs, there's an intruder detected. Zaptius now making his way on the back, but it's too late. The bomb site is completely overwhelmed. Number 5, Brack on the flank, he's able to pick up nothing. Vlamagod watches it. It's a 4v3 now on the retake. Big nades come through. No one's going to be sitting on it, but the damage is done. Royalty, quick overtake of the bomb site. Beautiful work, fast, decisive movement as he finds that first kill. And now it's a 3-on-3.
That's beautiful from Royalty to get that cluster out. Dive right through it. John takes out another, though. John, potential MVP for the round, for the series so far. And oh my goodness, 2 series to love. LG come out on top with that one. Round 11. Whew. Frosty again. He was like, guys, they're all running at me, I'm out.
History repeats itself as LG run the old 5-man shop strat, completely overwhelm the B site, and just milk it for everything.